Welcome to the Honor Your Aura podcast, a podcast devoted to learning about, caring for, and empowering the energy within, with your host, Kema England. Hi everyone, welcome back. Today we're going to talk about and explore our 4 inner senses. And tapping into our inner senses are the way that we can communicate with energy. So this is a great method for connecting to and strengthening your intuition, as ultimately our intuition is actually coming through in one or all of these 4 inner senses as well. So the first inner sense is our ability to feel energy. So this would be, for example, like when your intuition comes through as a gut feeling or as a distinct energetic feeling that is either telling you yes or no. Inner feeling can come through in the form of sensations, can come through in the form of inner temperature, it can come in the form of particular qualities. So the feeling of density or the feeling of lightness, the feeling of restriction or the feeling of freedom, the feeling of a particular emotion. We might even feel energy moving through or to a particular part of our body or energy field. So these are the inner feelings that come to life based on an inner energetic response. Now, these can often come to life in a meditation, in moments of stillness, or even throughout your day when your intuition is coming through you. It might be coming through a particular inner feeling. I even find that often there can almost be a feeling of anxiety if you're not listening to your intuition. Or at least for myself, sometimes it can be kind of an alert. If I'm not paying attention and it's something that I'm supposed to be paying attention to, or something I'm not supposed to be doing, it can come in this form of almost an inner agitation or overwhelm. And I've come to acknowledge it at this point rather than be scared of it, and just take a moment to slow down and ask my intuition, what is it that it's trying to communicate? And maybe it's going to be clear and tell me something, but maybe it's just that I need to stop what I'm doing and slow down. Most often, these inner senses come through when, most authentically, when we give ourselves the permission to slow down, to be still, and to listen, right? And the listening can be through inner feeling, which we've just covered. The other way that that energy or our intuition comes through is through inner seeing. So if for those of you that have experienced a meditation or an energy healing session or a crystal meditation, you know that there's a whole world that comes to life behind closed eyes. And this can come through as colors, it can come through as light, it can come through as visions of people, places, things that you know or that you don't know. It's whatever comes to life behind closed eyes. Now, you can also get messages through your outward vision. That's like when we maybe see the same word numerous times in one day or one week. And it's an intuition, right, that's coming through for us to pay attention. It might be that you see numbers, the same numbers, right? It's the way that our inner and outer eyes, our ability to see, is communicating with energy or with spirit. The third is inner listening. Now, inner listening can come through as words, messages, mantra, sound, tone. And this is when, let's say, you're in a moment of stillness and you keep hearing a particular word or a particular phrase, and maybe you don't even know what the word is or why it's being said to you, but it's nonetheless a message from either your intuition, spirit, however you want to refer to it, the universe, the divine, coming through with a very particular message for you that's not necessarily being said, like my voice right now, audibly out loud. But again, it can come in that way, just like with the seeing of something repeatedly in a short amount of time that makes you pay attention. Sometimes we hear the same words or reference of a particular place or a person. We hear their name over and over, and that is spirit communicating to us through words, asking us to pay attention, to follow the breadcrumbs, so to speak. Now, the final way that we can communicate with energy is just an overall inner sense. Now, this is like the sense that we get when we're being called to take a new way home from work and we don't know logically why. We don't have physical proof, but we just have this inner sense that we're supposed to do something or not do something. And the big thing here is that you don't yet have the proof, and you may never receive physical reality confirmation based on that decision you make or that choice that you make based on this inner sense. You might just have an overall inner sense about a situation or about a person, and it's all completely valid. It's just an overall sense. You're not really sure where it's coming from, but you just get a sense about something. So these are the 4 ways that energy communicates with us, that our intuition communicates with us, that spirit communicates with us. Now, for most, one of these comes off right away as being the strongest, and the others start to build with time. So just take some time to notice within yourself how you find energy coming through for you. Do you find that you're more of a feeler, a seer, a listener, or you just get that overall sense? Or maybe you do tap into all of them. So give yourself some time to connect with that, and then we'll do a meditation that just brings you into a deepened connection of how you access this whole world of energy behind closed eyes. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. And thank you so much for tuning in for this episode of Honor Your Aura.